All right, boys. I got this 9-inch Ford rear end I'm gonna do for my buddy. Was my buddy's brother. But anyway, and I figured I might take a minute. I don't get too wound up in this, but I figured I might take a minute and show y'all. I used to wonder before I knew, and what makes a 9-inch so sought after? What makes them so strong? Why does everybody want a 9-inch? Yeah, that's all you ever hear, 9-inch. But anyway, I figured I might go over it with you a little bit. But first of all, a 9-inch Ford rear end comes in 3 different versions. You've got what they call a war case, which has 2 ribs that'll run down vertical like this one, where this one only has 1. And back after the war, when the metal wasn't worth a damn, they had to put that extra support in there. That's why they call it the war case. Put that extra support in there, and actually that case is the least sought after. It's kind of junk. But anyway, it's still a 9-inch. And then you have a single rib, which is this one. And then if you see one that is flat down through there, that'll be the last model of it, and that was the strongest metal. The metallurgy was the best in there, and that's what made it so strong. All right, another thing that makes this so strong, look at the way your pinion comes out. I done had it loosened up, but your pinion, I got the ring in there. I can't pull it out like that, but it's a big old, it's a big mount in there, and it's mounted to the rear end, and it's just real solid. And your pinion shim goes up underneath here. It looks something about like that. It don't look like a normal pinion shim, but that's just some I had. And it goes up underneath there to set your pinion depth. But anyway, I rolled it on around here. Show you some more stuff here. Alright, looking at it from this side, if you look, the rear of the pinion is supported by a bearing right here. And that's huge. Keeps that pinion from moving. It gives it a good support. And you don't find that on any other rear end. And then naturally you got your big bearing caps, your carrier bearings, and it is a dropout unit. So you got your adjusters right here on the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and spin these out. And here we go again. You got to have these if you're gonna mess with these dropout units. You got to have these spanners. You can't do a good job, and you got to have a fixture. Got to be able to tie it down. But anyway, let me spin these out right quick. And also, I was going to tell you, if you ever do one of these, I ran into them before, and there's a lock washer up underneath your cap bolts right here. Throw that damn lock washer away, because you'll never get that adjuster to take off in there with that damn lock washer turning it to the side. Let me knock this out right quick. And mark your caps. That'll tear these damn side carrier bearings up worse than anything. Mark your caps. These are already done. I did all this shit last night. Alright, pull it off. And set it over here. And sometimes on these 9 inches, they'll get a damn lip. They'll get a damn lip around here. And I've seen people order more adjusters. You can just take a file and hit it and knock that off. And that'll, you don't have to get another adjuster. You don't have to get another adjuster. Let me go ahead and get this other side out. I'm going to try to hurry along. But anyway, pull this other adjuster out and pull this other cap off. And get in here and show you something else. The big reason these things are so damn tough. Alright. Got this cap out. Lay it over here. Throw that out. Knock this out of the way. Now, let me set my ring gear over here. And I put them in there so I can measure across it. Alright, let me pull the pinion out of here, and I'm going to show y'all something here. The biggest reason that this thing is so damn strong. See, here's your pinion shim, sits right there. So if you wanted to come away from the ring gear, it should be just the exact opposite of, say, like this is an 8.5 shim right here, 8.5 GM. That shim goes behind the bearing. So you have to add shims to deepen it. This one right here, you add it to pull it away. It's exactly opposite. Okay. Now that we got that apart, let me stop this for a minute and let me walk over here. I'll be right back. I'm going to stop it just a minute. Alright, boys. Alright. Now, the biggest reason that this rear end is so freaking tough is whenever you lower the ratio, you numerically go up, but it increases the gear reduction. You go to a lower gear. That's where you have to lose teeth on your pinion. It has, it has to get smaller. Okay? So whenever it gets smaller, the pinion gets smaller, you have less teeth to engage with the ring gear. So, I mean, in some particular, you get down in the 5s. Hell, I seen a 7 one time, 7-something one time, been a long time ago. But anyway, you get down in the 5s, get really low, and you might not have but one tooth there engaged. So what they do on rear ends is they'll do something called the hypoid offset. You got your center line of your ring gear, okay, and you got your pinion. It sits in there like so. If they're right in the middle, like so, that would be 0 hypoid offset. And a 9-inch Ford has a whopping, it's 2.5. It's actually, technically speaking, it's about 2 and 3. I think it's 2.38, 2.4, something like that. I just say 2.5. Hypoid offset, that means it sets away from the center line of the ring gear almost 2.5 inches. Where like an 8.5 GM, it sits 1.5 inches. And what that does is that lets it engage more of the teeth into the ring gear. It moves it down where there's more of the circle to grab. Gets it out of the center line. And it's the same way if you're doing a high pinion like a Super 30 or something. It just moves up to the top, and that's still your hypoid offset. But that's really the main reason that this gear is so strong. You can get low gear ratios and get it down there, and it still engages good with the ring gear. But now, in the same turn, that was the death of this rear end too, because the further you move it away from the center line, the less it wants to coast. It don't wind down good. It wants to stay. It's hard to push. So when the gas crunch hit, that was a big hit for this differential here. That put it out of business. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna stop in a minute, and then we're gonna look at a few parts, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. All right. Okay, another thing unique to the 9-inch Ford. Hang on. Couldn't find my stylus. I got to have that. All right, another thing unique about about a 9-inch is get my phone right here. About a 9-inch is they got 2 different versions as far as the pinion bearings. There's a Daytona style, which is the conventional. The rear pinion bearing is bigger than the front, but then this one they're the same size, and that's something unique to the 9-inch. You don't see that anywhere else. And here's the bearing for the rear. I got axle bearings. I got the axles right there. I got to do them. And I was going to show you this too. Here's these pinion shims right here. And this is the crush sleeve. I think everybody knows how the crush sleeve works. It just you just tighten it up till it squeezes. Well, if you ever do these things for like a racetrack or something, like a dirt track or whatever, they'll have rules against a crush sleeve because it's not as strong. This right here is this right here is called a crush sleeve eliminator kit. I had it laying around. What you do is you just stack these shims in there, in between them 2 washers there. You just stack shims, and you shim to get your pinion bearing preload, and that's a lot stronger than a crush sleeve. And like I said, a lot of racetracks and stuff will, they'll enforce that. You'll have to do it. And let me think. I think that about wraps it up for everything I want to say. And oh yeah, another thing. If you're gonna do these grump out units and all, a tip from me is put you something on the floor. That's an old bread crate. So if you drop something, you don't knock a tooth off with a pinion or something. You can fix them, but it's better off you just don't do it. And another thing, I've been plugging this book, but I'll plug it again. If you want to mess with these differentials, right there is an endless source of information. And you can get it at ringandpinion.com. I've got two of them, one for the shop and one for the house. So anyway, that is a damn good book, and it's got all the building specs and stuff like that. It's just full of info. All right, then. I'll let y'all go. Catch you later.